Welcome, Joe. Great to have you here on the panel here at Fireside.
Thanks, Adam.
Joe Daley. Joe Daley is the director of AJ Insurance Services, a commercial insurance brokerage helping businesses uncover and fix the gaps in their insurance before they become expensive problems. With a strong focus on technology, high growth businesses, and complex risk, Joe brings a practical, detail focused approach, making sure that the right insurance is in place when it matters. How's that? Is that a fair introduction, Joe?
Perfect, mate. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Excellent. Man, so how long have you been in insurance?
Yeah, so we're going on about 13 years now. It all started out at the NRMA Sales and Service Call Centre. So I was just an inbound call centre bloke taking hundreds of phone calls a day, and then that didn't last very long. Wasn't a big fan of their high pressure sales tactics and that sort of thing. So moved into the broker world from there. So I was managing a customer service team for a multinational brokerage, and then just promotion and opportunity and all that sort of thing after that led me to AJ Insurance about 8.5 years ago.
Wow. All right. Okay. 8.5 years. What would you say that you guys do differently?
Look, I think it's more about, and it sounds a bit egotistical, but it's probably more about me that's different than what we do differently as a brokerage, right? And it's because I find I'm extremely interested in business and the way people do things, and sometimes they do things differently, sometimes they're doing it the same as their competitors, but I'm able to grasp the concept and an idea and a way of doing things, in my opinion, better than other brokers or a lot of other brokers. And so, people bring a lot of ideas like startup ideas, and, we're looking to develop this product, or we're looking to do an old school legacy activity in a different way. And, from a 5 or 10 minute conversation, I grasp the whole concept, and then I'm able to apply all of that experience and all of that knowledge in the insurance space to accurately protect them. We over the years we've developed a high sort of client holding in the startup, in the tech space, and new energy market, purely off the back of when I have a conversation with people, they know that I understand what they're doing, and then I'm able to show that I have the expertise to apply the insurance knowledge.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Excellent. I've definitely observed that over the years with your approach, that those attention to details, asking a lot of questions, and really getting into the mechanics of the business. Yeah, which is just brilliant. And scope of services. So what do you do? What don't you do?
Yeah, so look, we are a full life cycle brokerage. So effectively, when you come to us, we're obviously doing the fact find, understanding your business, getting all the information that the insurers will need to be able to obtain quotes. We're then going to market. We are obtaining those quotes. So as many markets as possible. We're not stubborn on who we work with. If there's an insurer that's going to have a good offer, a better one than the rest of the market, we will find them, because we're not just pigeonholing you into a strong business development relationship or something like that. It's the right fit for the right client. Once we've successfully acquired the business, we're then managing the whole life cycle from there. So any policy changes, any variations, claims are the big one. So we have a dedicated claims manager in-house, which brokerages of our size and our niches normally don't, and really just taking all of the pain and the stress away from dealing with insurance, because business owners don't want to have to worry about this stuff all day, every day. We want to build policies that allow business owners to just get on with making money, growing, and not have to worry about, if I take this job, am I going to be covered? If I grow the business by 50%, am I going to be covered? We deal with that all up front. We make the necessary disclosures to the insurers, and make life easy for all of us. It's not just the client, it's us as well. So, a bit more work, it's a bit more arduous up front, but the results are you get the best product, the best price, all fit for purpose, and that's the outcome you want to be in, so you can trade with confidence. We had a client just the other week, for example. They come to us, big corporate client, they're ASX listed. Their policies are all over the shop, right? They've got 15 odd policies, all different renewal dates, all with different insurers, all a couple of different brokers involved as well. Within 2 meetings, we had given them a full plan of how we're going to consolidate insurance policies, how we're going to save them money, where we think the premium is or the product was incorrect for them. And as we've been embarking on this process for the last month now, we found they've got a policy that was a duplicate of another policy with a different broker and a different insurer. They didn't know when their renewal dates were and all that sort of stuff. So that's really about, we understood the concept of a new business very quickly. We were able to then assess all of their current policies very quickly. So we had a report back to them within 24 hours of what we believe each policy is covering, why we think it's correct, why we think it's not correct, what we need to change, and what information we need to do those changes. And then effectively they've gone back to the board and they've accepted all of our recommendations in principle in one board meeting. So that basically sums up exactly what we do all day, every day, whether it's an ASX listed corporate client or a micro SME that's, trying to launch a product into the market or do something different.
That's just brilliant. And geographic scope. So where are you based, and have you, I know the answer already, but clients all over Australia?
Yeah, so we're based in Penrith out in Western Sydney, the Golden West, and we service Australia-wide. So if you're comfortable with a broker that's based here, obviously there's clients that we do visit. Typically they're larger clients or they've got a large asset holding that's worthwhile us running our eyes across before we finalise cover. But other than that, it's a very connected world now. We're doing business Australia-wide. We've got insurers or insurance underwriters over in London and Singapore that we have access to for very complex or large risks. So, yeah, technology allows us to facilitate things wherever we are and wherever the client is.
That's brilliant. Yep. Excellent. Do you have any international clients?
Yeah, so I've got Australian-based clients that have international entities or they're doing business internationally. So that ASX-listed client, for example, they've got a company registered in America that's also servicing Canada. So sometimes it's a matter of we can facilitate all of the coverage here locally, or we connect them or we manage the process with them to find local coverage. So they call it local paper in our game. Local paper that will ensure all of their operations in the countries that they're operating in. So a very common example of that is outsourcing companies where they'll have an Australian domiciled entity and then a Philippines or a Fiji or a South African entity, all of those guys. So we do the local cover and then we work with partnered brokers in those countries to find the right protection for their business over there as well.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's great, Joe. It's so good to have you on the panel here at Fireside. Lads, if anyone has any questions about insurance, Joe's the man to chat to. He's got so much experience in this space and he's a wealth of knowledge. So we'll put all the contact details and the links below and get in touch with Joe about your insurance. Thanks again, Joe.
Anytime. Thanks, mate.